What's going on, my Cardano friends? It is your friend Jack here, and in today's video we're live from my mom's basement. We're going to be talking about some interesting things coming up, including the confirmed date for the Cardano Hardfork, a major upgrade to the Cardano blockchain, allowing for a lot of different and good improvements to come, and also some things that are building now before the hard fork, in preparation for the hard fork, and also just news around the ecosystem that I think is pretty important and people should be paying attention to. With that being said, let's get into the video. First things first, if you're not already staking your ADA to earn passive ADA on your ADA, you can do so with the Jack stake pool. Now, first thing we're going to talk about is the Vasil upgrade. The Vasil upgrade is coming and confirmed to be on track for June 29th in this latest mid-month update. There's a little bit more technical things going on in today's or this mid-month update. If you want to check it out, I will leave it linked down in the description. But yeah, essentially, once we get through the testnet push of the hard fork, we can go on to the mainnet push of the hard fork and have those extra capabilities and that one of 11 ways that Cardano is scaling for this year of 2022. Now, there are also a lot of protocols still building amongst not having the Vasil hard fork upgrades, because after all, Cardano is a great blockchain and you still can right now build some great stuff on top of it. Now, we have Indigo Protocol. They do have a private testnet right now. We cannot get into it because I am not on the private testnet, but they are building something pretty awesome, basically synthetics on the Cardano blockchain. And this has begun about a year and a few months ago. And finally, we are coming to a private testnet, which means we are veering close to the public testnet. If you don't know what Indigo is, I will be doing another video on them, but essentially an algorithmic autonomous synthetic protocol for on-chain price exposure to real-world assets that are built on Cardano, or the assets that are synthetics are built on Cardano, and you can have access to them without leaving the Cardano ecosystem through Indigo, but with synthetic assets. So it's really interesting. It's easier to show you when we go into a private testnet, and I can show you basically me minting other synthetic assets and the APYs on them, or how I'm holding them, how you have collateralization pools and things like that. So I'll go over that when the video is out and when I can actually get onto the testnet. But for now, I just want to let you guys know that a private testnet is live for Indigo, and I do think Indigo is going to be a very, very popular dApp going forward into 2022 and 2023 and also beyond. I do think this will be a large learning curve for new users, especially to DeFi. I don't think anyone's going to walk into something like Indigo for their first DeFi experience, but I do think the more tools we have as a market and as DeFi in general, the more efficient capital is going to flow, and therefore the more capital that's going to come into the ecosystem versus traditional finance. Or rather, from traditional finance. And also another lending protocol that's actually live testnet, sorry, not live on mainnet, but as a public live testnet is AADA. They have a decentralized lending protocol. Really cool. I've connected my wallet and you can see that there's a lot of people who are asking for loans. They do show you here, this is, under collateralized loan. It's probably not the best idea to lend them out. You're lending them 100k ADA. The collateral is 1k ADA if they don't pay it back, and the interest is 600 ADA if they do. So not that great. It's a 20-day term. These are testnet loans and requests. You're gonna have to be careful when you are lending out people that you're not getting screwed over by the person who could just potentially not pay it back and make off with a profit. But as you can see here, here's a more reasonable loan. They're asking for 100 ADA for 1 day. If they don't pay it back, the collateral is 150 ADA, and if they do, it's a 10 ADA interest. So they even show you the APY here, but something really interesting about this testnet is that if I want to create a loan request, you can see that the loan can be done through AADA, Min, Meld, LQ, Sunday, or even Hosky. So a lot of options here. I imagine this list is going to be expansive and not just limited to the current ones here, but you can use native assets. I say I want a loan for 100 Min. The collateral can be an ADA or AADA right now. We're going to set it at 100 ADA. And then the interest could be in, let's say, Sunday for this loan if we do, when I pay it back. So this is pretty cool. And I really do like it. You can see it shows how much everything is worth. It does make a lot of sense. You can even set a time period up to 1 year. So we're just going to set it for 2 days. We're going to confirm it. And you can see here that this is our loan request. Someone could then come in here, loan it to us, and then we would be able to, have this extra 100 min in our wallet. And if we want to not pay it back, they are going to get the 100 ADA that we're offering up as collateral. And if we do pay it back, they're going to get the 10 ADA or 10 Sunday worth of tokens back to them. So pretty cool. I'm not even going to sign it right now because no one's going to probably take that loan, but it is really cool. The testnet is awesome. I've been messing around with this one and hopefully I can get into the Indigo one, and it's very clear that people are still building, and DeFi, especially in Cardano, is branching out into all kinds of new waves, and especially with things like liquid finance coming and Indigo, and also ADA having a great public testnet, things are looking good. Lastly, before I end the video, I want to talk about liquid finance. They do have an NFT series coming out. I'm interested in it, so I figured I'd branch my interest to you. If you are not whitelist for this, and if you don't know how to get whitelist, you got whitelist basically by holding one LQ token or more in a wallet, straight up in the wallet, not in a yield farm. If it was in the liquidity pool, that's okay, but if it was also farmed up, likely you did not get into the whitelist. You can check your whitelist. I'll leave the link down in the description. You can check here. Basically, this is a mint for liquid labs, liquid finance. If you do have the NFTs, they will provide boosts on the protocol, so it is pretty useful, especially because I do think liquid labs is going to be one of the major players in Cardano DeFi. They definitely have one of the largest followings and a lot of hype around them because they have been building for so long and they're working on a quality project, and I really do like what's coming here. But on Tuesday, May 17th, 8 a.m. EST, if you have a whitelist, you can mint, and then after that 12-hour window, you'll be able to mint 2 more. So keep in mind that there will be a mint for liquid aquafarmer NFTs. I'm interested in it, so I figured I'd tell you about it. If you want to be interested or not, it's up to you. It really is. I will be picking some up. I have whitelist spots, and I will be using them likely to get more yields on the liquid finance platform when it does come out. All the links for everything will be down in the description. I'm going to link pretty much everything I talked about today. Hope you guys have a great freaking day. It's been your friend Jack. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace out.